What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I actually want to do a video on the orange Camaro because that's the engine that just came back from BES Racing, but we're still waiting on a few parts and we actually don't have a transmission here yet. We have a few trannies back there on the rack, but we don't have the transmission for the car. So we might as well wait till that's done and we get a few more parts and put that thing in and see what kind of power she's gonna make on the dyno. But on the engine dyno, we picked up a good amount of power, and I'm actually pretty excited to get that thing back in. Should we give them a sneak peek? All right, that's all you get. Today, I'm actually gonna update you guys on the 67 Corvette that's been in the background of all our videos for the last couple months, and tell you guys a little bit about it. We've had a lot of people asking. I'll pretty much fill you in on everything that got us to this point. So we've got this C5 Z06 up here on the lift, and Ryan's actually working on the torque tube right now, doing the torque tube in it, and then we're gonna throw this fresh RPM built 6-speed transmission and rear end. We upgraded the rear gear to a 390. This is actually Donnie's Corvette. He is, I guess I would call him a director of the fast class. He's involved with the fast and the pure stock races that we all go to and that you guys have watched, and this is actually his, I guess you would say, fun car. He brought it to us for some work. He was asking us to take a bunch of pictures of it, and he actually asked to make a video earlier when he dropped it off, and I told him we weren't going to, but we'll surprise him and make a video of it. So back here in this garage, quick update. Ryan's car, he's been working on it, and I guess he doesn't like filming it, but I don't know what he's done. Smooth the firewall. We're going to work on the front end, build the tubular front end for it, but the tubing bender I bought was a pile of junk, so ended up sending that thing back. Got another one coming. Hopefully it'll be here, I don't know, I'm hoping in a week or so, and we can start knocking that thing out and then actually start doing cool things like fab work and hanging the turbos and stuff like that. This is the Corvette that was on the lift in our last video. Finished it up. We did a RPM stage 4 tranny in it. Got a ABS module issue with this thing, and of course GM quit making the module that this thing needs, so made a few phone calls on trying to get this one rebuilt. If not, I'm gonna have to resort to putting a used one in it, but hopefully get that thing knocked out and out of here. And then I have not even thought about touching my car the last couple weeks. Did get another turbo, so we're going with twins. Got one here, one there, and then my buddy Derek at DG Performance sent me some shocks. We aren't running these are just some mock-up deals to get the thing mocked up and see exactly what we need. All right, that's a quick update on our junk back here. Here's Ryan's little thing he's been working on. The 67 427 you guys have been asking about. Pretty much quick rundown on this thing. My dad bought this thing probably about 3 years ago, and the front end was knocked clean off of it. The frame was bent, and we actually had a guy fix that, and then had no engine, no transmission in it. Everything else was pretty much there. All the interior was there. Most of the car was still painted. We ended up stripping the paint off of it, and then my dad and my grandpa had started the body work on it. Had a little bit of body damage right here that was previously fixed. The rest of it is just getting the doors to fit real nice. They were pretty close, but here where we put the front end on needed the most work on both sides. Really, other than that, the body is actually pretty straight on it. Like I said, just making the doors fit, making the gaps look pretty nice, and then this side too, like the other side, right where the fender meets the door, needed a little bit of work. But the interior was all there. We've actually still got it. Had white interior in it. We believe the miles to be original at 18,800. And you can see right there, that's one of the signs that had the big motor in it. Got the red line at 6,500. But this thing was wrecked like back in, we're gonna guess like mid to late 70s. Somebody pulled the motor and transmission out of it and then just stuck the car in a garage, and it's sat ever since. So that's why we think the miles are original, and that's why like all the interior is never been recovered. There's another seat sitting over there. Had all the original carpet and everything in it. That pretty much brings you up to speed on this thing. We are gonna take it from here over to my grandpa's. He has a paint booth at his house, and probably gonna shoot the thing with primer, block it a few times. I believe it's getting a 427 and a 4-speed, and we're gonna run it at all the races we go to in the fast class. I don't know if it's gonna run in the fast or the pure stocks. I don't exactly know what the combination that's getting put in it is gonna be. Once we start doing actual work on the thing, instead of just sanding on it, we'll do some videos on it and make some good content with it. So we're gonna go ahead, put the tranny on the torque tube, put this thing back together, and see if we can't get it running. All right, we got the tranny in here. We had to, this HPI diff brace, this is like an anti-wheel hop deal. Bolts on to where the original transmission mount went, and then it's bolted to that little hoochie right there. We actually had to drill these holes out a little bigger to get it to bolt to the diff, which is actually what they said in the instructions, or?
I didn't find any instructions, but I saw a how-to YouTube guy that had to do that too.
Oh, we're YouTube mechanics.
Yeah, yes we are, I guess today.
YouTube certified. But so anyways, that's in. Tranny's full, diff's full. This thing actually went together really nice. It's only got a single disc clutch in it. When we did the C6 sitting over there, we struggled to get the torque tube pushed into the twin disc clutch. For some reason it was being a pain, but this went right in, and we shouldn't have any more issues, because that was really what was hanging us up on the other car. So we've got this thing up in the air with the jack right there. We need to set the rear subframe up onto the stand and then jack it up. We left all this together. We just took the bolts out of the lower ball joints right there. So once we get that put in, just a couple bolts, and this thing should be ready to go back on the ground.
Look at that leg strength, guys. All Ryan's followers out there.
All right, guys, we got the tranny knocked out. Thankfully, Ty came and held the camera for us. And Ryan, I was able to put this thing back together in just a few minutes. Still got to put brake rotors on it. He's got new rotors in the box back there. He's got new rotors for front and rear. We had to put new outer tie rod ends on it. Those were a little loose. All right, under the hood of this thing, I don't think I showed you guys it, but like I said, it's 420 some cubic inch LS3. Fast 102 intake. It's got headers, pretty much just pretty basic, I guess. Of course, the exhaust. So yeah, we're gonna fire this thing up and see how she sounds. All right, so it is the next day. We ended up throwing pads and rotors on this thing, as you can see. The rear rotors actually had some cracks in them. And I don't know if you see the cracks or not, but went ahead and just put brake pads and rotors all the way around, and that'll pretty much complete this project. So everything went super smooth. Actually pretty happy with how quickly it went back together. It's kind of a trip down memory lane, especially with the Silver C5. I had one and we had a ton of transmission issues with that thing. That's kind of how I got so good at pulling transmissions out of these. So kind of a trip down memory lane with this thing. I've always kind of liked the C5s, Z06s, and the fixed roof coupes. So Donnie's got a pretty sweet car there, and I think he's gonna be super happy with it once he gets it back. So that's about gonna wrap up this video. Gave you guys a little bit of an update on the 67 427. I do know it is gonna go to my grandpa's this week. Gonna try to film some stuff. He's got a 62 Corvette that he's got to get out of his paint booth and get on the other side of his shop, so we can get that in there. He actually just painted his 62, and I don't know, I've showed this motor right here, but that's what this LS3 is for. So he'll get that car over to the other side. We'll take that car over there, and then I might film what we're gonna pick up when we drop this thing off. A lot of you mid-year Corvette guys will probably really enjoy this car, but it's a coupe just like this. It's a 65, and there's probably not many out there that are like it. So that might be our next video or not. I haven't really decided, because actually from the time I filmed the first part of this video till now, our transmission has actually been done. So this engine right here, get put in the 69 Camaro, I think is gonna be our next video, because we're all actually pretty excited for that. And about time we start working on it, getting it ready. I'm usually last minute on everything, so hopefully we'll get the motor in that thing. I've got to do 2 bars on the front. I got to go from a 6-point cage to an 8-point cage, and then there's a few suspension things I'd like to do to it. One more thing I want to add to this video. We did say we're working on customer cars, and one thing I forgot to mention in our last video is where we were located. I actually had a bunch of questions and emails on where we were located, and then I felt like an idiot because I didn't say it in the video. Northern Indiana is where we're at, right around the South Bend area. Just shoot me an email, hpdepot.com. We'd be glad to help you guys out. And then, like I said on the last video, I'm gonna try to push our merch some more. I got a gray hat on today, HP Depot hat. Don't have a shirt on. Too cold to be wearing t-shirts, and we don't have any sweatshirts. Black and gray hats, t-shirts, they're all on our website, hpdepot.com. Go check those out. And then that's gonna be it. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. We got some pretty cool stuff coming up. A couple mid-year Corvettes. You're not gonna wanna miss the 69 Z01. I know we've got a lot of fans of that car on the YouTube channel, so hopefully that'll be our next video. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.